Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 612. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter, Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. You can join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, your business, all that would be great. So let me get started. Why don't you share this out? More people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my specs, move my keyboard. All righty. So I'm going to the Word page. I do want to point out real quick that the cover story has just been changed. Every summer, I like to list the playing old school street games story. Basically, it's instructions on how to play those old-fashioned games that we grew up playing, that I grew up playing on the south side of Chicago in the 1960s. As my big sister's little sister, we used to hang out with the other kids on the block, and we weren't allowed to cross the street. And when we were all on the same side of the street, the parents would sit on one of the family's front porches and smoke and have beverages and watch us kids play these games. These games are including Simon Says, Hide and Seek, Mother May I, Red Rover, Red Light, some call it red light, green light, Freeze Tag. And if you have any games to add, especially if you're from New York where they played different games like Kick the Can, and I noticed a couple of others that you would read, when you read about New York kids' stories. I do remember they played different games. So anyway, let me know if you want to add your game, and then we can add that to the article. A lot of people who are having children's programming and summer programming appreciate having this info, because the kids these days, I don't think they grow up learning these games, and they don't know how to play. So I'm just saying. We continue. Oh, look who's here. William M. Andrews is here, saying good afternoon from Durham, North Carolina. And of course, his most famous phrase, he's famous for this, it's a beautiful day in the Bull City, and it is indeed. Hey, William, hope you're doing great. Hope you're staying cool. It's already hot. Got my ceiling fan on. About to enjoy a beverage real soon. I got to make some more sweet tea. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is to go over to the Word page. That is the government and nonprofit information page. Lots of programs and services being offered by local nonprofits and, of course, local government, city, county, and state. So you can definitely find some programs, some services of interest. Maybe they can help you, help your family. Maybe you can find a place or two to volunteer at. So definitely check it out. Go up and down the page. There's lots of great stuff on there. On the page, of course, listed are the hours of the Durham County Library, and I'm going to mention them again in a second. But the Durham County Libraries are open until 6, and then they reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and of course Bragtown is not open on the weekend, and the main library downtown at 300 North Roxborough, they're open on Sundays now, and I think it's 1 until 6 pretty much. 1 until 6. So that's really great to know, especially if those of you book lovers also don't have air conditioning. Just saying. And actually, the city, it's probably time for the city to put out information on the cooling centers, because a lot of us are really suffering, especially those who are elderly, on medication, etc. Very uncomfortable. It's nice to know that you can go somewhere. Of course, we all know you can go to the libraries. And then there might be some other places. I hope they add more places. In Chicago, a couple of things that they do in Chicago that I really like. In addition to the libraries, they open the government buildings. After all, they're buildings of the people. And we're talking about the police. Not everybody wants to go to the police station, but usually in Chicago they do open up the police stations, the government offices, and I can't remember. I mean, I've been here 25 plus years. Certain buildings, usually government-owned city county buildings. The city of Chicago opens them up to people who need to be cooled off. And then they also tell you if you need help getting there, they'll pick you up and take you there and take you back home when you're done. Another thing that they do in Chicago that I really like is that they will take city buses. Now, I already asked Go Durham about this. We can't really spare the buses here in Durham. But of course, Chicago is a gigantic city with lots more resources. But they will send air-conditioned buses out to low-income areas and just sit there. Sitting there with beautiful Wi-Fi. You can go in there and sit with your laptop or your tablet or phone and just enjoy the afternoon in air-conditioned splendor. So I would like to see Durham do that, but again, I mean, we already have free bus fare. I guess it would be a lot to ask them, please send a bus to sit all day running the engine and providing Wi-Fi for free. Yeah, that's asking a lot. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention that for those who are watching from maybe another town, that you could ask your town to do something like this. All righty. Let's see. Now, I know there are no classes with Durham Tech Small Business Center. Let me check, though, because every now and then there might be a Friday class. Those are for budding entrepreneurs. So I do like to list classes that are being held across the state. I was right. Nothing happening today. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is to check with SCORE, Service Corps of Retired Executives. They actually help budding entrepreneurs as well. In addition to classes, they have mentors, and they operate out of an office in downtown Durham. So you might want to check them out. Ooh, I already passed it up. Service Corps Retired Executives. Let's see. I knew it. They have an event tomorrow. Tomorrow, they're going to have a free class, and it's called Pricing Your Product or Service. It'll be again tomorrow from 10:30 until noon at the Durham County Main Library, 300 North Roxborough Street. So, yeah, that's a pretty big deal. Pretty big deal. And let me tell you, in case you don't know this, some people will be visiting libraries more now that summer. Kids are out. Hey, Scopey's here. Hey, Scopey. Happy Friday indeed. Happy to have you here. I was just going to tell folks that if they, a lot of people, more people will be visiting the libraries. The summer reading program is starting officially Monday, and I'll be talking about that in just a second. But what I wanted to point out is that, the parking lot's not all that big. I think it was a little bigger before the library was expanded, if I remember correctly. It doesn't matter. The space is challenging. So if you go to the library downtown and you realize, darn it, there are no spaces, and I can't just park on Main Street, well, there is a parking garage right across the street. And I think the street, Queen Street. It's Queen Street. So go to the Queen Street entrance, park in the parking garage. Don't forget to get one of those little ticket things. Have it validated at the front desk, and then you won't have to pay. You're welcome. All right. Now, so that's SCORE. So that's going to be tomorrow at 10:30. And actually, let me just zip over to the to your health page. Let's see what's going on in the health area, because I do know that the health equipment loan program is open today. But first, let's check for blood drives, because you could literally save lives by donating blood. So let's see. There we are, American Red Cross. They have a blood drive going on right now. Started a few minutes ago at the Streets at South Point Mall, 6910 Fayetteville Road, and they will be there until 6 this evening. Blood Connection, let's check with them. They also have a blood drive. It hasn't started yet, but they will be over at the Food Lion at 2000 Chapel Hill Road. That's in the Lakewood Shopping Center over there by Lincoln Community Health Center and the Scrap Exchange and El Centro Hispano. So they'll be at the Food Lion from 2 until 7. Awesome. Oh, and then tomorrow, Blood Connection will have a crew over at the Home Depot, the one on the north end of town, 1700 North Point Drive over there by Costco. And what's that other store? Costco and isn't there Harris Teeter there now? I think it used to be Kroger. Yeah, I think there's a PetSmart and IHOP. So you know which one I'm talking about. Alrighty. Now let's zip. Oh, wait a minute. Let me scroll down because today's Friday and the Health Equipment Loan Program will be open in just a few minutes. They'll be open from 1 until 5. The HELP program is run by the county. You can donate items like wheelchairs, walkers, with and without wheels, with and without seats, canes, crutches, things to help you in the bathroom, around the house, and little ramps and whatnot. So it's great for people with disabilities, people who have been injured, people just out of the hospital, people who are elderly. You can borrow these items for 90 days at a time, which is really great. So if your grandparents or someone who's been injured will be visiting you for a little bit, you can help them out by getting some of these items. I know I got an item for my cousin once, and it was, I don't know what it's called, but basically you slip part of it under the bed mattress, and then the weight of your body holds it in place, and it's a railing to hold you, to keep you in place. Sometimes if you're elderly, the fear is that you'll fall out of the bed and hurt yourself. And you might also need the railing to help you sit up and turn around and get in and out of bed. So I don't know what that's called, but I was able to borrow one of those for my elderly cousin, and you might want to check that out. So they're open 2 days a week. They're open on Tuesdays 10 until 2, and then Fridays from 1 until 5. So you can donate these items, and they clean them up, and they really appreciate it. They fix them up if they need fixing, and then they keep them, and they loan them out to people who need them. Like I said, 90 days at a time. They are located at 4206 North Roxborough Street, and like I just said, they're only open 2 days a week. All right, now let's go to the top of the page and click on that Health Events button. Let's see what's going on in the health area. Let's see, with it being the 12th. Let's see. Okay, nothing today. I mean, the virtual dance for Parkinson's just ended, and that is it in terms of the health-oriented events that I happen to know about. I will tell you on Monday, though, and this is something that I cannot announce on Monday because my show's at noon, but Monday at 11 o'clock, they're going to have a Persons Living with Memory Changes diagnosis group. And basically, it's an online meeting. It's run by Duke. And when you say memory changes, that's just a nice and more scientific way, I guess, of saying Alzheimer's, dementia, that sort of thing. People who are challenged, elderly people. Wait, it doesn't say elderly. Ooh, it doesn't say elderly. People who have maybe that's why they're not saying Alzheimer's and dementia, because I guess you could have memory changes at any age. That challenge can afflict anyone, I suppose. So yeah, so that meeting is going to be on Monday at 11. You can get some resources and get some help from Duke. All righty. Now, let's go to the Durham Center for Senior Life's post on the Senior Scope page. So let's see what's going on there with today being Friday. I know they're going to be showing a movie. Let's see. Friday. Oh, let me tell you the location. 406 Rigsby Avenue, downtown. They have their own parking lot, free membership. The activities are free. They are they are, what's that word? Cash strapped, is that the word? Anyway, they've had some cuts. All the nonprofits have had cuts to their expenditures, and it's really difficult sometimes to stay in business. Sometimes you have to cut down on your what you're offering, your activities and stuff. So they do have a program with the Durham Center for Senior Life where, although membership is free, you can join the, I think they call it the Legacy group, and you can pay a few dollars a month to help them along, which they really, really appreciate that. And I think I'm going to enter that program real soon. So let's see what's going on this afternoon. Okay, at noon, oh, it's happening right now, Tai Chi. Maybe by the time you get there, it might be a little bit too late. But let me tell you about the movie, which starts at 12:30. If you can zip downtown in 10 minutes, and they have a free movie. The movie today will be called Finding Nemo. And I know that's a good movie. I have seen excerpts. I know it's an animated film. It's a very colorful movie. I think about I think it's one of those movies where there's a big goal of reunification. I think a parent has gotten separated from their child. I think that's what it's all about, Finding Nemo. It's a really good movie. I don't know if it's Disney or Pixar, but whatever it is, it's a really, really good flick. So that's going to be today starting at 12:30, and they do have free popcorn as well. Also happening this afternoon, let's see, afternoon bingo from 1 until 2. Now, let's see what else is going on in terms of these special events at the Durham Center for Senior Life. Let's see, today's the 12th, okay. Oh, okay, the Aging with Pride Social Club, they're going to have a Pride potluck. So senior members of the LGBTQIA plus community, they're having a potluck. They'll be hanging out today from 2:15 to 3:15. So you can, even if you're not hungry, just go and meet the people there in the classroom. And also they'll be sharing resources. You might need some resources to connect with. So that's going to be today from 2:15 until 3:15. And then on Monday, Durham County Veteran Services from 9 until noon, and that's on Monday, where military veterans and their families can find out what benefits they might be eligible for. Sometimes depression or just life in general gets in the way, and these military veterans have earned all kinds of benefits, and sometimes they forget or they just don't take advantage of them. So this is your opportunity, a second chance to find out what benefits you have earned so you can use them, take advantage of them. So this is being offered Monday from 9 until noon. Go ahead, make a quick call and set an appointment at extension 103. The phone number is 919-688-8247. There you go. Oh, here's something else happening on Monday. Pride keychains. It says color your own pride flag or symbol, and they'll shrink it down into a keychain, and then you'll pick it up at a later date. So they probably have to take the designs up somewhere and then bring them back, and you can pick them up. So that's going to be Monday from 11 until 12:30. Oh, and then at 12, just to let you know, Monday at 12:30, they're going to have Nurse Stephanie from RN Senior Planning. Nurse Stephanie will be explaining how proactive healthcare planning could help you avoid costly surprises and difficult decisions. Sounds interesting. You might want to check that out too. All right. I think that is pretty much it. I do need to point out that JFK Towers is now a Durham Center for Senior Life satellite. That is a senior housing building at 4900 North Roxborough Road. They have activities from 8:30 until 2 or so. So on Monday at 8:30, Coffee and Community. Bible and Spiritual Studies at 9:30, Virtual Fitness at 10:30, Congregate Meal at 11:30, and either a music circle or a group game at 12:30. Now, let me see if they have any special events. Let's see. Okay, at JFK Towers, they're going to have belly dancing. That's a class, a fitness as you shimmy class, and that will be at 10:30 on Monday, and 12:30 on Monday. They're going to have Joy of Music. Judy Stock will bring her guitar and her banjo, and she'll be holding a sing along. So you might want to join that. Now there's an independent Little River Senior Center for those who live like way north. They're in Bahama at 8305 North Roxborough Road. They're very welcoming, and you don't have to be from the north side of town. You might be just curious. Maybe you've already been to JFK Towers and you've already been downtown and you want to see what's going on at Little River. They will welcome you. It's a smaller, tight-knit group. They're really, really nice. 8305 North Roxborough Road. The coolest thing to me about the Little River Senior Center, even though they have free lunch and they have free lunch at JFK Towers, what I think is even cooler is the fact that it used to be a school, so they have access to the gym. They have a gigantic gymnasium, so you can bring your basketball, and maybe they'll let you practice your tennis or your pickleball strokes. So, I mean, they've got the room. It's a big gym, so you might want to go there and ask about that. All right, and I think that is that it? I think that's it. Now, let's go to the Let's Go calendar of events page, and let's see what's on the docket for the Bull City. Whoa, Siri, no, stop. Whoa, what in the world? That was creepy. It's so weird how it's always listening. And it answers like it's a person. That was weird. Let me continue. Let me scroll down to Friday, June 12th. I'm a little freaked out right now. Anyway, woo, that was weird. Okay, they're having a food giveaway. The Community Health Coalition, they're hosting their food giveaway at Kyle's Temple, AME Zion Church, 409 Dunstan Avenue. It's in between, it's closer to Fayetteville. It's in between Fayetteville and Roxborough, and right around the corner from Birthday Funeral Home. Again, it's from noon until 2. Bring a strong bag just in case they run out. And also, as you approach the church, stay on the ground level and just go through that first door. Don't knock, because it's so heavy they won't hear you knock. So just walk right on in and they will welcome you. Now, Keep Durham Beautiful. They like to have volunteers help them out to keep Durham beautiful by removing sometimes trash, sometimes invasive plants and whatnot. So today, they're looking for volunteers. They're going to have an invasive plant removal session on the campus of the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue. This will be from 2:30 until 4:30. We're talking invasive plants, so I would highly suggest that even though it says tools and gloves will be provided, definitely wear long sleeves, and definitely don't wear like the Crocs or the sandals. Wear socks and shoes. You do not want to come into contact with any what do you call that? Poison ivy has 3 leaves, and poison, I think it's sumac, has 5 leaves, if I remember from Girl Scouts correctly. So you don't want to touch that stuff at all. I actually have some gloves that go up to my elbow. So if you have any of those, yeah, go for it. Let's see. And these are rubber gloves, not like Jackie Onassis gloves. I mean, I'm talking like serious working gloves. They do make them. You can get them from Amazon for about $10, $12. And it's very useful if you're trying to work in the garden and you're trying to pull up or get rid of invasive plants. So if you want to help out, Keep Durham Beautiful, they'll be meeting over there at the Museum of Life and Science, 433 West Murray Avenue. Everything will start at 2:30, and it'll go for a couple of hours. Be sure to also bring bottled water because it's hot out, and we want you to stay hydrated. Okay. Now, you know about the farmer's market. It's on Saturdays, right? Well, it's not just on Saturdays anymore. Now, the North Durham Farmers Market is holding the Friday evening North Durham Farmers Market at the Soul Sanctuary, 1016 Old Oxford Road. So it is today from 3 until 7, which is really great. You can get the fresh produce and the vegetables, fruits and vegetables. They might have plant starts because it's still spring, and all kinds of great stuff, crafts, etc. And there's usually a DJ there. I forget his name, but he's really good. So they're going to have like music. They also take part in the Double Bucks program. All of the local farmers markets here accept the double are taking part in the Double Bucks program, and that does include the Durham Farmers Market downtown, the South Durham Farmers Market out south, the Black Farmers Market, the North Durham Farmers Market, and actually, I wonder about the big one in Raleigh. I wonder. But anyway, you know that in Durham, you're straight. So, SNAP, EBT, WIC, living in public housing, check out the Double Bucks program. Before you shop, stop at the manager's table or tent, and you can literally double your money. They will give you tokens, and you can double whatever you plan to spend, they'll double it. How about that? So the Wednesday evening North Durham Farmers Market is at 1016 Old Oxford Road from 3 until 7. All right. Now, Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. They'll be featuring jazz by the Soul Living Group. That's the Friday Night Live concert series. That's this evening, 5:30 until 7:30. And it's an outdoor venue. You might say, ooh, but it's hot out. They have the world's largest fan. It'll be above you, and it'll be pushing the air down. You'll feel it. So that's going to be this evening, 5:30 until 7:30. Totally free. You will be surrounded by restaurants, so you might want to bring a few bucks or cards with you, because especially if you have your kids with you, because somehow people get hungry when they see food. I guess that's how it works. Let's see. Oh, line dancing with Jitterbug tonight, 6 until 7 at the Edison Johnson Recreation Center, 500 West Murray Avenue. Again, from 6 until 7. It's 4, and it's only 3 for seniors. Wheels Durham is going to host Durham Family Night Skate this evening, 715 North Hoover Road from 6 until 8:30. So admission for skaters is $8, and then you can rent skates if you don't own skates. And you just skate to your heart's content. Now, if you're an adult who's only there to watch the kiddies, so you pay $4. You don't have to pay the whole $8. Okay, now you might want to sit in air-conditioned comfort and watch a couple of movies. I recommend that if you're like me, you're not living, if you're living in a house and you have a car with no air conditioning. Carolina Theater of Durham, which is at 309 West Morgan Street, they have a retro film series. So today they'll be showing 2 Matthew Broderick comedy classics. John Hughes's Ferris Bueller's Day Off, that's from 1986, and it's rated PG. And one that he made later called Alexander Payne's Election. I haven't heard of that one. That's from 1999, but it's rated R. So if you take the little ones with you, I don't know if you can take your kiddies to watch Ferris Bueller and then leave. I don't know. I'm not sure how that works. It's a little awkward when there's 2 different ratings and it's one event. But in any case, tickets are $12. And I do have links so that you can watch the trailers. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate because Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a real fun movie for kids. I just don't know about that second one. But I'll leave that up to you as the parent or guardian or grandparent. So I do have links so you can click and watch the trailer. And then there's another link and you can get your ticket in advance. Tickets are $12. Okay, Wheels Durham is not quite done tonight because they're going to have Friday night adult night skate for those who are 18 plus. That will be from 9 until midnight. So you can roller skate late into the evening. Admission for skaters is $13, and again, you can rent skates if you don't own them already. And it's so funny because where was I? I was somewhere, and there was a skater who was skating around on what do you call it? Rollerblade skates, and they said that they bought those skates for $6 at the at one of the thrift shops or whatever. Okay, Camilla saying, "Hey, how are you? And can you reply on chat because the headset's not working right now?" Oh, um, I can say hi. I mean, I can't write any messages right now, but happy to have you here for sure. And yeah, definitely get that headset working for sure. Absolutely. So let me continue here because I want to respect your time. So let me tell you, let me just run through what's happening tomorrow morning real quick because it is getting late and it's hot out. So the Durham NC Park Run, they've been doing this for years, starting at 8 o'clock in Southern Boundaries Park. It is, let me tell you the address, 100 Third Fork Road. Here's the thing. It's non-competitive. It's basically people out walking, jogging, and running in the fresh air. So you don't have to worry about competing. It's getting fresh air, getting a good start on the weekend at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's free. Now, I mentioned the Durham Farmers Market. That's in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street, from 8 until noon. You can get, of course, your fresh fruits and your vegetables and some pastries, and they have crafts, and I think there's a photographer there and all kinds. It's a wonderful event. I already mentioned the Double Bucks program, so you can take advantage of that if you are eligible. The South Durham Farmers Market, same hours, 8 until noon at Hub RTP, 500 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. And don't forget that the Durham Craft Market shares Durham Central Park, same hours, 8 until noon. Okay, now the Men's Health Council, it's run by the Durham County Department of Public Health. They're hosting a Men on the Move walk in Northgate Park, 300 West Club Boulevard, and that'll be tomorrow from 9 until 10:15. It's run by Joyce Page, and you can get more information by writing to her or calling her. And basically, it's just really important to get the men out concerned about their own health because sometimes they make sure we're okay and they don't look after themselves. So the Men's Health Council is something definitely worth looking into. And it's not just for the Men on the Move walk, actually includes women and children because sometimes that's the best way to get the man of the house out of the house. So it's not only men who attend the Men on the Move walk, but as they're walking, they do talk about men's health. Okay, and Camilla Bryan is again saying, getting my attention. All I can say is hello. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm happy you're here watching the show, watching Bull City Hangout. Okay, now there's a couple, wait a minute. Where's the big event? Let me refresh this page because there's something happening at 10 o'clock that you need to know about. Did I miss it? Oh, it's there. It's there. Okay, let me continue. I panicked for a second there. Okay. Now, Keep Durham Beautiful. They're hosting the 5th annual Bee Day celebration to kick off National Pollinator Week. So that's going to be in the at the Durham Farmers Market tomorrow from 9 until noon. So I'm sure they're going to have different activities. You can learn about bees. You can taste some honey. Also, they will encourage you to visit the pollinator garden and maybe start one on your property. So they're going to have a parade at 10:30. So it says you can come early and make your own bee costume or bring your own. Oh, and you can pick up some pollinator seeds for free and plant them in your garden or your raised bed or your container. If you have a a small garden on your porch or your deck. How about that? So it's going to be tomorrow during the farmers market from 9 until noon. And Scopy is saying Scopy will be getting a watermelon from the farmers market in the morning. You know that's right. And I saw a video on YouTube, Scopy, you might already know, but this guy was teaching us how to look at the base of the watermelon and to be able to pick the most perfect watermelon by the color and not shape, but the appearance of the stem part. They break off from the stem. So look it up, Scope, if you don't already know. Yeah, look it up. It's on YouTube. And some guy, I didn't know I was going to be talking about this, so I can't even tell you who the guy is. But there is some guy on YouTube, and he will instruct you how to pick the absolute most perfect watermelon. And there used to be this guy, he had watermelons on a truck. He would be on South Street. I don't know if he still does that, but he would sell like whole watermelons for like $5 or something like that. But anyway, yeah, Scopy, get that. That's right. You know what they call watermelons in Chicago? Some people, black people, Southern people, they call watermelons letters from home. I think that's so poetic. Anyway, let me continue. Now, Jules Outreach, every second Saturday, they give away groceries. They call it Jules Feeding Friends. They have changed locations. So if you need to get free groceries, please note that Jules Outreach has gone back to where they started. So at 9:30, from 9:30 until 11, they're returning to the KIPP Charter School, 1107 Holloway Street. So just know that. And it is second Saturday, so that is the day for getting, a good day for getting fresh vegetables and groceries for your family if you're struggling. All right, now Wheels Durham, again, 715 North Hoover Road, they're offering kids roller skating lessons. That'll be from 10 until 11 tomorrow for young people ages 3 to 17. Now, admission for each skater is $15, but that does include not only the skate rental, but also the wrist guards, if you think your child will need a wrist guard. And if your kids are really little, they have those adorable Fisher-Price skates. I think those are really cute. So that, again, is tomorrow from 10 until 11. Now, the District 3, 4, and 5, they'll all be meeting tomorrow, with it being second Saturday. So District 3 PAC, Partners Against Crime, they will be meeting at Lyon Park in the Recreation Center at 1309 Halley Street, starting at 10. It goes for a couple of hours. And basically, you find out what's going on in your neighborhood, especially regarding crime. And you can also learn about city and county services. And if you can't attend in person, you can attend via Zoom, which is always nice. Now, Districts 4 and 5 meet together. District 3 is like south and west. District 4 is south, and District 5 is downtown. So 4 and 5 meet together at the IR Home Senior, also known as Campus Hills, Rec Center at 2000 South Austin Avenue, also starting at 10 o'clock. Also, if you can't make it in person, you can join via Zoom. I'm saying Zoom. I don't think it's really Zoom, but maybe it is Zoom. But I do have a link. They have this device. It's called an OWL device, and they will allow you to join the meeting. It's as if you're there in person. They can see you, and you can ask questions. You can hear and see everything. The Bragtown Community Association, they're holding their monthly community meeting from 10 until noon at Bragtown Baptist Church, 3218 North Roxrow Street in the Fellowship Room. And here's the big event that I'll be attending tomorrow. The Durham County Department of Social Services, DSS, they're hosting the Aging Gracefully Resource Fair at the Human Services Building, 414 East Main Street, second floor lobby. Now, they have put this on at least twice already in previous years, and it's always during the week. But caregivers were complaining, and I don't blame them. They were saying, well, I would love to go, but I'm still working. Because some people are caregivers, and they're still working. Some are taking care of their kids and their parents. So they said at DSS, well, we hear you, and we'll put it on this year on Saturday to see if we can accommodate people who are ordinarily working 9 to 5 on Monday through Friday. So that's going to be tomorrow, 10 until 2. Same deal as with the library that I mentioned earlier. If you can't find parking on the street, then park in that parking garage. You enter through Queen Street, and then you get the little ticket and have it validated so you don't have to pay. Now, I know they're telling us vendors that. I don't know about people attending, but you can ask when you get there. You can ask about that. Okay, let's see. So that's from 10 until 2. So basically, the people and the organizations who serve seniors, in terms of like Medicare, short and long-term care, Alzheimer's services, dementia, legal issues, health and exercise, nutrition, and more. They're all going to have community resource tables. I'll be there representing senior pharmacists, and they're going to have seminars in the conference room, and they'll probably have giveaways. Most of these nonprofits give away something, plus information, of course. And wherever there's people, there's probably food trucks, so you might want to keep that in mind as well. It's free admission, and hope to see you there. Hope to see you there. I will be there, and again, that's from 10 until 2. More food giveaways. White Rock Baptist Church at 3400 Fayetteville Street. They're going to be having their monthly food giveaway from 11 until 1. And my hearts go out to the congregation of White Rock, because I heard earlier this week that Mac Jarman died. Yeah, if you don't know who that is, he's DJ Craze's dad. Sue Jarman, who was the office manager over at White Rock, that's her husband, and he had cancer apparently. He was also the owner, if you remember back in the day, Ideas Coffee House. He was the affable owner of Ideas Coffee House. Yeah, he died earlier this week. And so my hearts go out to everyone who knew him. He was a really great guy. And of course, the folks over there at White Rock Baptist Church. But anyway, their food giveaway will be tomorrow from 11 until 1. Another food giveaway on the other side of town, One Love Christian Church, 1315 Horton Road. Their their monthly drive-through food distribution will be from 11 until 1 also. Wheels Durham, they're going to have all-day skate from 11 until 6:30, and that will be tomorrow at 715 North Hoover Road. Admission is $13 for skaters, and of course you can rent if you don't own. There's a lot more happening. I will not be able to tell you. I'll just kind of run through them without telling you the times. Boxyard RTP will be featuring jazz by Aiden Niemi, Community Health Coalition food giveaway at Kyle's Temple. Jamaat Ibadah Rahman, the one across from Chicken Hut. They'll be giving away groceries from 2 until 4. Lamont Landers doing rock and soul at Hub RTP. Danny Smith, free concert at the Sacred Grounds Coffee House. Wheels Durham, they'll have skate night for is it for adult? No, for families from 7 till 9:30. And then tomorrow, Power Tools 101 class, Bull City Woodshop, and the Triangle Dance Studio will have Sunday salsa. So all about these events. Usually I stop at noon on Saturdays, but I'm letting you know what's going on tomorrow, all day tomorrow and Sunday as well, because I might not be able to do my show tomorrow because of the event that I will be attending over there at the 414 East Main building. I'm going to do my best to somehow pre-record the show or to do it earlier, but in case I can't do that, I thought I'd just at least mention the events that are happening, and then you can take the time, whenever you have time, and go ahead, go to DurhamSkyWriter.com, and then go to the Let's Go page to get details on the events that I just mentioned. All right, let's check the weather, and then that'll be it for today's show. Let me grab my little phone here, and let's check the weather, shall we? Ooh, is it hot? Because I can feel it. My ceiling fan's on, but it's still hot in here. No wonder 95 already. It's just afternoon and it is already 95. So you know it's going to be a scorcher. The high today will be 98 degrees and it says sunny. Well, we can tell it's sunny out. Oh, we actually have a heat advisory. Oh, and just like, I mean, I'm from Chicago, so I always pay attention to what's happening in Chicago. My sister, my folks are still up there in Chicago. They had like tornadoes and all kinds of stuff happening. My sister said she was trying to drive home and she literally saw a tree fall on some parked cars and she was praying that she got home safe. It was rough, so I'm glad we don't have that kind of weather here. But it is hot. It's 95 going up to 98. And let's see. Let me see if there are any storms. It says here, the News and Observer says the Triangle area faces intense heat today with strong storms possible. Now, my weather app does not indicate anything like that. Sunny all day. Oh, and then it gets cloudy around dinner time. Wait a minute. So at 10 p.m., 15% chance of thunderstorms. So hopefully we're safe. I hope. And it looks like tomorrow, no storms. Now tomorrow it says 92 for a high, 45% chance of thunderstorms. Sunday, 94 with a 55% chance of thunderstorms. Let me check my other weather app because I'm not seeing any indications that we're in any danger. And I want to leave it that way, but let me just check with my Weather Channel app. So, like I told you during another show, the weather app that you get with your iPhone and maybe with your Android, 'cause I don't have an Android, I don't know if you know you get the same apps, but they take the readings from the actual town. So I think the weather app with my iPhone, I think they take the readings either downtown or on Duke campus. When you have the Weather Channel app, usually those temperatures are taken from the respective airports. As you know, there's a lot more concrete, and when the sun blasts down, there's no trees on the airports. On the air, of course not. They don't have trees at the airport. So yeah, so it's usually hotter in the summer at whatever airport. So I can understand when it says that it's already 99 degrees at RDU. It doesn't say RDU, it just says Durham. But if you know, you know. So the readings were taken at the airport. That's why the Weather Channel app says 99 degrees with the high of, what does it say? A high of 100. Although it says it will feel like 104. And I guess so, if you're somewhere without trees and a bunch of concrete. So yeah, let me check for tomorrow. So it says tomorrow, according to the Weather Channel, 92, 24% chance of rain, and Sunday, 96 with the 40% chance of rain. Now Friday, it says scattered thunderstorms. Storms may contain strong gusty winds, high around 100 degrees, winds west-southwest, 5 to 10 miles per hour, chance of rain, 60% according to the Weather Channel. It's good to have more than one weather app because then you can sort of, see what's going on. I like weather apps that have the, what do you call it? Now I know Scopy's really good with coming up with words I can't think of. Radar. The radar, I love it when they have the radar because you can actually see where the storms are and then you can zoom in. One time I was DJing outside at the bus station downtown and it started getting cloudy. I checked my radar and it showed that the storm was going to arrive in like 10 minutes. I packed up so fast, it wasn't even funny. They allowed me to pack up early, and I'm glad that they let me do that because I packed up so quickly, and the storm hit. It was fierce, and it hit right when I thought it would, according to the radar. So always check the radar when you know something's about to hit. So I think that's it for today's show. Stay cool if at all possible. Just this morning, I added that article that I like to run on the how-to page how to tell the difference between heat stroke and heat exhaustion. There's a big difference. You need to know the difference. I'm not going to tell you. I want you to read about it because you respond in different ways. You can literally save someone's life. Sometimes I've seen people fall out, and I've seen people call 911. I've seen the first responders helping folks who fall out. It's good to know what to do and to tell the difference between the two, heat exhaustion and heat stroke. They're both bad, but of course one is worse than the other. Also, I have some hints on how to deal with the heat, because not all of us have air conditioning. And if you have a hint for surviving hot weather, let me know, and I will add it to the article. So I think that is it for today. Stay cool. I'll see you hopefully tomorrow if you are taking care of a senior and you need information and you come to the Aging Gracefully Resource Fair. I'll see you tomorrow. Otherwise, maybe I'll see you just out and about. So another event that's happening. I haven't added it yet. Jules Outreach. Huge shout out to Rhonda Cozart because she is celebrating 10 years doing Jules Outreach. And that is a wonderful nonprofit. She serves seniors. She serves the community. In Durham Central Park on Sunday, she'll be celebrating with a free resource fair, and there will be entertainment and food and whatnot. That will be Sunday from 2 until 6. That's another thing I want you to put on your calendar. And I'll be there if I can. I'm going to do my best to be there. But even if I'm not there, yeah, definitely go check it out and tell Rhonda congratulations for 10 wonderful years. So with that, have a beautiful day, and I'll see you, if not tomorrow, I'll see you on Monday at noon for Bull City Hangout. Be sure to read the Durham Skywriter at durhamskywriter.com. Ciao for now.